Welcome back to another Crypto Empire weekly live stream. My name is Connor, and this is where we dominate the crypto market. I want to welcome everybody to our weekly live stream. We do already have 6 viewers and already 4 likes on the stream, so I greatly appreciate you showing up early and smashing up that like button. Really helps boost the stream for the YouTube algorithm. Nonetheless, I hope you all had an amazing week. Hope you all are enjoying your Sunday and getting prepared for the week ahead. It has been quite slow in crypto. Not much has changed too much. However, it's important to always pay attention because things do move very quickly in the cryptocurrency space. So in this live stream, we'll be going over the usual as well as some added bonuses. So be sure to stick around until the very end. Without further ado, I do want to welcome everybody into the stream. We do have Luca from Italy right now in the chat. What is going on, Luca? We'll wait for some more people to hop on in. But while we wait, we're going to go over the cryptocurrency market cap just to see where we are in the grand scheme of things. Let me go ahead right now and switch around my camera, and let's get right into today's scheduled programming. All right, so looking at the market, by the way, we have Jasper in the building, and we also have Bicho Brazil saying we are here live, pure life, saludos e todos. Thank you, Bicho. Really appreciate your support, and Jasper as well. Hope you are well wherever you are in the world. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. Let's get right into the Crypto Empire live stream. We also have Larry Globe and Dalton Moore saying, what's up, Connor? Appreciate you. Well, Dalton, I appreciate your support. Thank you for showing out for that live stream. If you haven't already, go ahead right now and smash up the like button. All right, now looking at the cryptocurrency market cap, we currently have an overall market cap of $1.948 trillion. Bitcoin trading at $41,350. Been pretty much trading sideways. We will be hopping into the charts in just one moment to go over my technical analysis. We also have Ethereum trading at $2,884. Top 10 really hasn't changed too much. Terra sitting at spot number 7, $91.52. Then we have Solana, Cardano, Avalanche, Polkadot. All the smart contract platforms are competing for market share, and this will continue. But remember, this is a zero-sum game, the cryptocurrency market. Capital will move to the best performer, to the best chain. So which one will be the winner? Well, of course, time will tell, but we don't have a crystal ball to determine that. So we need to actually develop our own conclusions, do our own research, and come to our own conclusions pretty much to figure out which one we think will be the successful, the number one smart contract platform out of this cluster of them that we have here in the top 10. Terra, Solana, Cardano, Avalanche, Polkadot. Of course, you could argue Polkadot's not a smart contract platform because it's a layer 0 blockchain, but you get my point. Only one of these will be the best. Which one will it be? Well, it's pretty much obvious which one I am backing the heaviest. That is number 7, Terra Luna. But we'll also be discussing a bit of that in this live stream. So again, be sure to stick around until the very end. And looking at everything else, Cosmos trading at $27.91. Everything's going pretty much sideways. If we look at today's top gainers, we do have Ethereum Classic pumping 22.5% on the day. I was looking at the Ethereum Classic Bitcoin chart, and this thing is going off at the moment. We also have Dash. Dash not getting shown much love, but today up 12%. Tezos, IOTA, Neo, nothing really up too big other than those two. Looking at the biggest losers, we have Exito Finance. Can't say that I've really heard of this one. It must be newer. If it's in the top 100, I haven't really heard of it. Down 41% on the day. Then we have ApeCoin. All the hype right now is on ApeCoin, Bored Ape Yacht Club. The metaverse, ApeCoin trading at $10.37. We'll be looking at ApeCoin as well. I'll be giving you my thoughts about it, but it's down 21% on the day today. And other than that, we do have some other losers, but nothing is really down too big at the current moment in time. Let me go ahead right now and catch up with the chat. We have Ian M saying he smashed up the like for me. Home Slice, I appreciate that, Ian M. Thank you for smashing up that like button. We also have Sportgram. What's up, Sportgram? Rafal, Robo. What's up, Robo? How are you? We got Mr. Sellers Homes and the Anti-Corporation giving his usual dosage of love, gratitude, and respect on the weekly Crypto Empire live stream. Right back out to the Anti-Corporation. And right back out to everybody out there watching the live stream right now. Hope you're all well and enjoying the stream so far. We got Rafal asking, how much do you think will price of Rune when we'll connect to Terra? I'll be taking a look at the Rune chart in the stream as well. So I'll be showing you where I think it's going to be headed here in the relative short term. All right, now that we've gone over the market cap, we have our bearing straight. Let's go and take a look at the charts and see what's going on, the price action. So looking at the Bitcoin chart, this is a daily. And if you guys watched my video yesterday on where I think the market is going within the next 30 to 60 days, well, you would know that I think that we will eventually break out to the upside of this massive ascending triangle that is printed here on the chart. I do think, I mean, first of all, in the short term, we got to get through this little supply zone over here at around $42,500. After that, we can go ahead and attack the horizontal resistance at around $45,600 up to $46,000. Once we do flip this level, then we can march our way up here to the infamous 5253K level. Now, why is the 5253K level significant? Well, if you guys know, if you guys have studied technical analysis, one thing that is very apparent and very clear across most traders and chartists is that price has something called memory. Price likes to retest key levels, and they act as magnets over time. Price loves to retest the key levels on the chart. Now, if you guys do recall, back in September of 2021, there's always a news event. There's always going to be a news event to blame a big price drop on. Back here in September, it was the Evergrande real estate fund in China saying they were going to have to default on all of their loans, which caused this nice pullback in the market. And this pullback back in September was a 25% correction back in September. But the high of September was up here at $53,000. All right. That is a key level on the chart. You can see over here, most recently, we have formed a bit of a supply zone over here at 5253K. Really, 52,000 is the high of that supply zone. And over here in September, the high was $53,000. So there is some liquidity here at $53,000. I do expect price to make its way back up there when it does eventually break its way out of this ascending triangle. For now, well, we have to be patient and understand we are in a massive consolidation zone. And there's no reason to get excited or sad when price goes and consolidates up and down with large volatile price swings. But we have, again, something called non-directional volatility. It's volatile, but it's not going anywhere. It's not trending. It's going sideways. So again, keep your emotions in check right now if you're constantly staring at the charts. If you're looking at a 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute chart, maybe you want to zoom out a little bit on the time frame so you don't drive yourself mad. Now, if I drop this down to let's go to a 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, you can see that we are holding just above the support level at $41,100 after getting rejected from the supply zone. As you can see, we went ahead and tested the supply zone 2 times, couldn't break through it. We do have weekend price action right now, weekend volume. Volume is lower than it is during the week, of course. Right now it's a Sunday, so we have especially low volume. However, we do have our weekly candle close in around 1 hour and 52 minutes. Usually things do pick up around the time when the weekly candle does actually close and the new week starts. So we'll see if we do get some volatility in around 1 hour and 52 minutes time. And as of right now, the support level is holding, which is good. If we do end up losing this support, well, the next obvious support would be right here at $40,400. This level just here where I placed the dotted horizontal line. So levels are established. It's been very boring today. Got rejected from supply. Very small, shallow pullback of 2.8%, and we're holding above support right now. So unless you like watching paint dry on a wall, then you're really not going to enjoy looking at the current price action because nothing is really happening. Let's just be frank with each other right now. Really nothing is happening. And let's see, we also have Dave as well in the chat. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and move on to the total market cap. And looking at the total, we are holding above a pretty key level over here, $1.82 trillion at the current moment in time. You can see that this is a massive, massive symmetrical triangle here. If I draw this like so. So we do have this on the total here. And this is a massive symmetrical triangle. So, yeah, I expect the total obviously to break out to the upside. It would have to break out to the upside if Bitcoin does break out to the upside because Bitcoin makes up well over half of this. Let me make sure that figure is correct. Yeah, not quite half of it, but well over 1/3 of it. And yeah, so the total consolidation still. Watch out, we do need to clear this high over here. The current high is $1.95 trillion. So if we break out, the breakout is not confirmed until we actually go ahead and we clear this local high. We need to make a higher high here on the chart in order for us to confirm any breakouts. Until then, we're still in consolidation. Still going choppy, still going sideways. Let me adjust these trend lines like so. Not that it matters too much, but yeah, we are in a massive triangle formation on the total. Total 2, I went over this in yesterday's video. Again, we have to watch. We broke out from the descending wedge. We need to go ahead and print a higher high here on the chart. All right, so with that being said, let's see. Frankie just tuned in. Hello, hello. What's up, Frankie? How are you? And we have Costa saying hello, stranger. How are you, Costa? And also Shershash. What do you think of ApeCoin and its future? Thanks, brother. Well, what I think of ApeCoin, a lot of hype around it at the moment. I think the Bored Ape Yacht Club Metaverse will be a hit. They're going to have their land sale, and it's the biggest NFT project in the world. They have celebrity backing, right? I mean, so many high-profile celebrities are backing it, which, I mean, to me, I'm like, okay, cool. It doesn't really matter to me that much. Whenever I see something very popular within pop culture, I always tend to look the other way because I'm not interested in what the masses are doing personally. I like to create my own path and blaze my own trail in life. When I see all these high-profile celebrities backing something and it's always on the mainstream media, it kind of deters me from paying attention to that particular subject. Nonetheless, ApeCoin, I think it will be a good project. Obviously, the Bored Ape Yacht Club is the biggest NFT project in the entire world. This is their coin. Every ape holder, every Bored Ape Yacht Club holder got this airdropped. So everybody has vested interest to see it succeed who has been holding a Bored Ape, and they're going to build out their own metaverse as well. So yeah, I think it's going to be very relevant going forward. I wouldn't touch it at the moment. I do think it has the possibility to actually go ahead and pull back more. But we'll be getting into all that further along in the video. Now I want to go ahead and move on, and I want to move on to our wisdom section of the live stream. First of all, we'll start out on Twitter, and then we're going to branch out into some other value that I think you guys will actually enjoy. So first of all, let's go over our Twitter wisdom for the day. Today is from Dan Held. Just a little reminder for everybody. We got 0xETH in the building as well, saying, Connor, how you doing, my man? I'm doing fantastic. Hope you're doing well as well, enjoying your weekend. We also have KDAX saying, yo, good day from down under. I assume you're down under in Australia. G'day, mate. Hope you're well. And we also have Glasshopper77 saying, what's up, Empire? What's up, Glasshopper77? All right, so for today's Twitter wisdom, a little gentle reminder for you that there's a finite amount of Bitcoin out there, and it's getting slurped up, sucked out of the exchanges at a very rapid rate at the moment. It's at all-time low balances on exchanges or multi-year lows. It's disappearing relatively quickly. So today, Dan Held is saying, there aren't enough Bitcoin for every millionaire in the world. 56 million millionaires out there, and there is only 21 million Bitcoin. So personally here at Crypto Empire, I know we have several millionaires in the community, right? I speak with them. They're in the Discord group. I communicate with them. So I know people right now have the means to purchase a full Bitcoin. By the way, this is not financial advice, but people have the means to purchase a full Bitcoin, but they first want to get into all the other riskier assets out there. From day one here at Crypto Empire, I've made it very clear that Bitcoin is the king of the crypto market, and everything else is pretty much at the subject of Bitcoin. The rest of the market reacts to what the king does, right? The king is the king, and it will always be the king. So if you haven't started stacking any sats yet, time is actually running out. Time is of the essence. You don't have forever. There is not an unlimited supply of this. There is not a 100 billion token supply of this. There is only 21 million Bitcoin out there. There are some macro geopolitical events right now causing an increased demand, making people wake up to the fact that this is a finite asset and it has a very real possibility of replacing gold as the world reserve backing asset. We have the Luna Foundation Guard, right, Terra Luna, saying they want to purchase $10 billion of Bitcoin. They've already went ahead and purchased $1 billion of it to back the algorithmic stablecoin UST. So you might be thinking, Connor, Bitcoin will never be used as currency. Yeah, it's looking like that right now. And we have Terra Luna, which is creating a worldwide payment solution with USD, the algorithmic stablecoin, and it's being backed by Bitcoin, much like the US dollar used to be backed by gold. Do you see what is happening here? Are you aware of what is happening? Because if you're not paying attention, there is a good chance that you will get left behind. And I don't want to see that happen to you. I want to see you be on the right side of history here. All right, so not financial advice, but this is something to digest during your Sunday evening. But if you're like my friends over here in the live stream across the world in Australia, this is something to digest with your morning coffee because it is Monday. All right, so that's today's Twitter wisdom for the day. Let me see what's happening in the chat. We got Rigoberto as well. What's up, Rigoberto? Glasshopper. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Rigoberto doing his thing out there. Jasper. Yes, we do, Jasper. 100%. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed that little section. Let's go ahead and move on. Today I want to discuss with you. So I read a book 5 years ago called Reminiscences of a Stock Operator. This is when I was first learning how to trade, first getting involved in the financial markets. And this book definitely taught me a lot because it is about the story of a man named Jesse Livermore. If you don't know who Jesse Livermore is, well, he is one of the greatest stock traders of all time. Lived during the early 1900s, right? He traded during the Great Depression, and he is a legend. And this book is his story. It's his biography, pretty much, where he shares all of his lessons. All right, if you haven't read this book already and you are a trader, I'm not sure what you're waiting for. I highly recommend that you read Reminiscences of a Stock Operator because it will teach you a lot about the psychology behind the markets. And just, it's a great read. It's a great story. So in this stream, I'm going to share with you one little segment from the book that I think is going to help you out. So I have the hard copy, but I'm going to put it up on the screen for you so you can read along as well. All right, so chapter 3. I'll just read through the whole thing, whatever. It's a short little segment here, just one page. All right, so this is pretty much about making your own decisions and coming to your own conclusions in the market. Because listen, I make this content, but I make it very clear it's for educational purposes only. You always need to come to your own conclusions. I'm not a babysitter. Nobody on YouTube creating content is a babysitter telling you exactly what needs to be done. You still need to put in the work yourself and come to your own conclusions. So we can read right here. It takes a man a long time to learn all the lessons of all his mistakes. They say there are two sides to everything, but there is only one side to the stock market, and it is not the bull side or the bear side, but the right side. It took me longer to get that general principle fixed firmly in my mind than it did most of the more technical phases of the game of stock speculation. By the way, Jesse Livermore made and lost millions of dollars in the market, and like I said, he is one of the best traders of all time. All right, so I have heard of people who amuse themselves conducting imaginary operations in the stock market to prove with imaginary dollars how right they are. Sometimes these ghost gamblers make millions. It's very easy to be a plunger that way. It is like the old story of the man who was going to fight a duel the next day. His second asked him, "Are you a good shot?" "Well," said the duelist, "I can snap the stem of a wine glass at 20 paces." And he looked modest. "That's all very well," said the unimpressed second, "but can you snap the stem of the wine glass while the wine glass is pointing a loaded pistol straight at your heart? Pretty much, can you actually perform when you have skin in the game? When there is risk involved, can you still do what you can't do when there is no risk involved?" Now let's get to the point, really the main paragraph that I really wanted to share with you anyway. That was a good little lesson. Unless you got skin in the game, then, it's all bark, no bite. Anyway, let's get to the main point of today's wisdom from Reminiscences of a Stock Operator. So, with me, I must back my opinions with my money. My losses have taught me that I must not begin to advance until I am sure that I shall not have to retreat. But if I cannot advance, I do not move at all. All right, so if there's no trade, don't trade. Very simple. I do not mean by this that a man should not limit his losses when he is wrong. He should, but that should not breed indecision. All my life I have made mistakes, but in losing money I have gained experience and accumulated a lot of valuable don'ts. Pain is the best teacher. I've said that many times before. I have been flat broke several times, but my loss has never been a total loss, otherwise I wouldn't be here now. I always knew I would have another chance and that I would not make the same mistake a second time. I believed in myself. Now the main point. A man must believe in himself and his judgment if he expects to make a living at this game. That is why I don't believe in tips. If I buy a stock on Smith's tip, I must sell those same stocks on Smith's tip. All right, pay attention. I'm depending on him. Suppose Smith is away on a holiday when the selling time comes around. No, sir, nobody can make big money on what someone else tells him to do. I know from experience that nobody can give me a tip or a series of tips that will make money from me. Let me reread that. I know from experience that nobody can give me a tip or a series of tips that will make more money for me than my own judgment. It took me 5 years to learn to play the game intelligently enough to make big money when I was right. All right, so there's a lot in here to discuss. Pretty much what this is saying is you got to come to your own conclusions. In the game of investing, in the game of trading, it's great we live in a digital world. He wrote this book in the early 1900s when you had to go and use a brokerage, call in your order to your broker, and he would buy and sell the stocks for you. Now, obviously, it's all electronic, and it's way easier. Like, the speed of information is way quicker. However, the lesson still does remain from this story. If you're out here depending on other people for your moves, you're doing it totally wrong. You need to develop your own way of analyzing the market and making your own conclusions. If you're trading, well, you need to learn how to actually trade. You need to learn how to look at the charts, come to your own decisions, set up your own trade ideas, and then execute accordingly. If you want to learn more about how to actually go about trading and you're brand new, well, it's your lucky day, because I have developed a very comprehensive and easy to understand trading course over here. You can check it out at cryptoempire.co.io, then hit the trading course section up here at the top. Regardless, that's not my point right now, but go check out the course. You need to learn the skills yourself. You cannot depend on other people to spoon feed you information for your crypto picks or your crypto trades. It's all well to listen to other people's ideas, but if you are constantly relying on other people for your information, you're simply not going to make it. Could you have a big win from what somebody else says? Of course you can. Crypto is the most generous market out there, especially during a bull market where you can buy something like Dogecoin or Shiba Inu and turn a few $100s into 6 to 7 figures. Crypto is the only place where this exists. There is amazing opportunity here in the market. When we have a bull market, it's very easy to make a lot of money. It's also very easy to lose that money as well, so you need to learn risk management strategies, right? You shouldn't be investing a lot of money in very risky plays out there. But point here, come to your own conclusions. Don't rely on anybody else but yourself when it comes to your capital and investing and trading. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Moby Sage in the building as well. I have my entry. We'll look at Luna in a little bit. Dan Franzel, what's up, Dan from New Zealand? Appreciates the alpha. We got Majeo Basketball as well, saying this is firing him up. Awesome to hear that, Majeo Basketball. If you haven't already smashed up the like button, go ahead right now, smash up the like button, and subscribe to the channel, and turn on all the notifications so that you don't miss any future videos. All right, let's go ahead and move on to some news. So, like I said just before when we were looking at Dan Held's tweet, the Bitcoin balance on exchanges is quite low right now. It's at record lows, actually. This article is from today from the Daily Hodl, saying BTC supply in crypto exchanges drops to 3-year lows, according to analytics firm. We can go ahead and read right here. Bitcoin's ratio of supply sitting on exchanges continues dropping hard, down to its lowest level since December of 2018. There's 13.5% less BTC on these exchange wallets compared to just 2 months ago, amounting to 1.6% less of the overall supply. So where's all this Bitcoin disappearing from the exchanges? Take a guess. Where do you think? Hodlers' wallets. People that don't plan on really selling it. Everybody who's buying Bitcoin in this fearful market right now are most likely the people that believe in the technology for the long term, that understand the game of long-term investing. It's not gonna be too much longer, in my opinion. Maybe a few years max. Where you can go ahead and buy like a million satoshis or so for, under $1,000. Even still, once Bitcoin is $100,000, 1 million satoshis, right? 0.01 BTC will cost $1,000. I remember 2020. You spent $1,000 on Bitcoin, you were getting like, I don't know, 0.15, 0.2. Bitcoin. That's like 15 million to 20 million Satoshis. So yeah, this is going up pretty quick. And is there anything else I want to cover in this article? Not really, but we can also read that Ethereum has surged back above 2,900 for the first time since March 2nd, and whale transactions are on the rise big time. Yesterday was the first day with over 7,000 transactions on the Ethereum network. So ETH as well. ETH is looking bullish. Let's look at the ETH Bitcoin chart, because this has not confirmed our breakout yet. Right, we have to go ahead and print a higher high, but I mean, look at this. This is one massive range here. We have our low of the range down here at 0.055 sats, and the high of the range you could classify, I'll classify it right here, at 0.082, 8.2 million Satoshis. So we have this one massive trading range for ETH BTC at the current moment in time. Right, you can see with this gray box now, this is one massive range. This is a daily chart going back to May of 2021. And right now we're at mid-range right now on ETH BTC. So yeah, we broke out from this downtrend line, but in reality, this is just one big, huge trading range that we are in. As you can see, tried to break above, but did get rejected, lost all momentum. Now we have this momentum to the downside. And yeah, this is one massive trading range, ETH BTC. So we'll see if we do get a higher high here on the chart. If we do get rejected, which is possible. Remember, anything can happen in the market, and the market is always right. If we do get rejected from this level over here and don't actually end up making the higher high, it's very possible that we come and make our way down here towards the bottom of the range. Don't let that scare you if it does happen. Simply be prepared for it to happen, and this will most likely present huge discounts across the board on many altcoins. And your Bitcoin will go much further in terms of Ethereum. So depending on how you want to play that, I mean, I don't personally, the flippening narrative where ETH will eventually flip Bitcoin, I don't know about that. I tend to disagree with that narrative. I think Bitcoin will remain number one, but of course Ethereum, large institutionally held asset, number one smart contract platform in terms of adoption. So Ethereum, don't ignore it. Let's go ahead and catch up with the chat. Dan Franzel, 5 years ago when I entered stock markets, books like this was all I read. Set me up for life. The best investment you can make is your own knowledge. Dan, I'm very glad you brought that point up, because I also read this book for the first time. I was 20 years old at the time, actually, 5 years ago. And yeah, I mean, it completely changed my life, reading books like this along with many others. But I agree, investing in yourself will always be the best investment. You can always buy another crypto coin. The market will always be there, but you have finite time. You get older every single day. So I hope that you are using your time wisely, investing it into yourself, learning and applying the knowledge, because if you're not applying any knowledge you learn, you're not making any progress. You have to actually take action and put one foot in front of the other and make something happen. You can read all the books in the world. That does not mean you're going to be successful. I read for a long time before I struck actual success. I only started to get actually successful when I started actually applying the knowledge and taking action. So yes, reading books is very important, but that's just one piece of the puzzle. But anyway, yeah, I mean, read more books about trading if you want to learn how to trade. It will help you. We have Larry Globe saying, yes, sir, love the knowledge. Awesome, Larry. Majeo Basketball, smash the like button. That is awesome. Glasshopper telling everybody to smash up the like button. Larry Globe, do you think most central banks will hold BTC? I think it's going to get to a point where they're going to have to hold it, because it will be the main, world reserve asset. It will get to that point, and we already have El Salvador buying up Bitcoin. Talks of other South American countries are going to start buying up Bitcoin. Of course, the central banks don't necessarily like this. The IMF does not like this at all, because it takes away value from their fiat currencies. But it will come to a point, there will be a tipping point where they have to get behind it, or they will be completely irrelevant. So yeah, I do think they will eventually hold Bitcoin. Connor Robo Hero thoughts. I missed the mint. Worth a Luna to buy. Personally, I'm not heavily following or too interested in Robo Hero. But if you miss the mint, it depends. Are you really going to be playing the game, like following the project a lot? If you are, then go for it. If not, well then focus your energy elsewhere. But I think it does have potential, yes. I think it does have potential. 0x ETH, Connor, any new NFT projects on Terra you looking forward to? So I will be covering Terra NFTs later on in the video. As you can see, I have some tabs open, so I'll save that later on for the live stream. Frankie, I need to ask you something here. Can you explain to me where are this miners? Who need to pay cost on end of the months or so, and no one talking about this days about electricity and rise miner costs? Where are all miners and selling? No one talking about miners anymore. Is it possible that all selling are over the counter, or are there miners to find the other way of selling BTC? Frankie, I appreciate you asking the question. I kind of am picking up what you're putting down, but basically, yeah, miners have to pay for all their costs. Running a Bitcoin mining firm or farm is like running a business. You have to pay for all the overhead costs. And the Bitcoin you mine needs to be sold because that's what you generate. So you sell it, and that's how you pay for your overhead costs. But more recently, miners have not really been selling their Bitcoin because they're speculating that the price will be going up in the future. So yeah, miners are still out there. They're still mining, and they have to pay for all their costs. And do they have other ways? Yeah, they sell OTC, or if they know somebody with a reserve of other valuable assets, they can trade their BTC for that. Dan Franzel, Connor, am I wrong to only be invested in altcoins? I haven't held BTC in 6 months. My portfolio now underperforms during bear market, but outperforms during bull, which is fine for long term. No, question mark. So Dan, I always keep some. I mean, it's not a bad idea to keep a little stash of the corn somewhere where you're always going to have it, right? I understand your thought process, right? Obviously, you have way more upside potential with altcoins. But I mean, just to be safe, on the safe side, depends how much risk you want to take on for your portfolio. But it's always a wise idea, to hold at least a little bit of it. And of course, depending on your portfolio size as well, a small 5%, 10%, depending on how big your portfolio is, could be multiple coins. And I think you're only really going to need, obviously, the more the better. But if we do come to a point where we have hyper Bitcoinization and Bitcoin becomes, the world reserve asset and everybody uses it and everything is valued in that. Even just one or two of the coins will go an extremely long way. All right, Justin, what could send Bitcoin bearish? There's always going to be another news event. There's always going to be more FUD. But I mean, long term, I don't really see too much stopping it. I think the bears are in for some trouble here. Jasper, I'll be buying BTC at 14K. Good luck with that one, Jasper. Hope you get it. We also have Elvis. What's up, Elvis? Hope you are well. All right, moving on. Another thing I want to bring up, so crypto index tracker, DeFi and privacy coins are leading the gains. What have we been talking about here at Crypto Empire? We've been talking about privacy coins for quite a bit over the past few months to weeks. We've known that privacy coins will be a narrative because, for obvious reasons, look around, right? Privacy coins held in your own wallet is the safest place to have your money. So you can see this article talking about Zcash, Keep, and where is Monero? Not really bringing up Monero here. Regardless, let's take a look at Monero XMR, the #1 privacy coin that I've talked about many times here at Crypto Empire. Let me get my Binance chart. So looking at XMR, very strong ascending accumulation at the current moment in time, leading up to a big horizontal resistance level up here at $210, but trading just underneath $200 for one Monero. Long term speaking, that is dirt cheap. Not financial advice, but that is dirt cheap, long term speaking. Underneath $200 Monero. Where is this going? Well, like you can see here on the chart, when we do go ahead and flip this major resistance up here at around $300, we're going to go ahead and test the highs up here at 500. And if you think 500 is the top, that's like thinking the top on Bitcoin is $69,000 and it's going to go down to 14. Just a little bit crazy. So the 0.27 extension is at $625, 0.618 at $762. Then the 1.912 and then 1.618 up here at $1,155 for one XMR. Can Monero realistically 5x? I think it most definitely can realistically 5x. Currently, Monero has a market cap of $3.5 billion. If we look at the top 10, coin number 10, Avalanche, has a market cap of $23 billion. So for a 5x, that would take it to around 17.5, around 17.5 to $20 billion market cap, which wouldn't even put it in the current top 10 for one Monero. So if you do hold this, you know that this is not a short-term speculative investment. This is more investing for a pretty certain future we have coming at us, right? Where privacy is going to be scarce, and you're going to need to figure out some ways to preserve that. Monero is an excellent way to do so. So Monero, #1 privacy coin, and watch for the breakout of this level over here at around $210. We have nice ascending accumulation into the level. If you take apart this candle, which it did make a lower low, but if you look at the candle body closes, yeah, you can call this a double bottom here. But we did have that one wick creating that lower low, but it's not perfect price action, a little bit messy. But that was February 24th. You guys do recall what did happen on February 24th with Ukraine. So that was a big capitulation, fear moment in the market. Nonetheless, $210 is your level to flip on Monero. And we also have Pirate Chain. R. Shout out to all the pirates out there in the audience. If you are a pirate, go ahead right now, smash up the like button, and let me know in the live chat. We got Dre telling people about R right now. And Pirate Chain is looking very strong over the past few days. This is a daily chart right now on Pirate Chain. And this is a clear uptrend at the moment. Beautiful double bottom down here to signal our trend momentum change. Now we are starting to trend. How do you know we're starting to trend? Very simple. From the bottom, we make a high, we pull back, creating a higher low. Then we go and break a key resistance level, creating a higher high. All right, so I do expect this to continue to the upside. Right now, looking at the chart to the left, very obvious major resistance level on the chart. Currently coming into play right now on Pirate Chain. So a lot of sellers up here at 190 down to 160. Definitely a big supply zone. A lot of sellers over here. But as long as the demand for privacy does continue, I do expect these sellers to get completely exhausted. And I expect the buying pressure to continue, pushing this further to the upside. You can see I have some key levels mapped here. Next key level after this one is 225, 230. And then up here at 320. Definitely should mark this right here at 290, just underneath $3. All right, we got some kind of bot. Let me go ahead and remove these messages from this person and also put this user in timeout. Please, we got to ban this person from the stream as well. Can we get this person out of here, please? Hide user on this channel. All right, cool. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Anti-corporation asking about XHV. Let's go ahead and take a look at XHV. Haven Protocol. Also starting to wake up right now from the bottom. I mean, if you're looking to buy something low, this chart is at the bottom. Let's go to a 3-day. So XHV Haven Protocol definitely fits right into the privacy narrative. All these candles represent 3 days time. So the past 12 days have been green on the 3-day chart. And let's just draw a horizontal line here at the bottom. So key thing to note, let's put this right at the opening price. Key thing to note here, this looks a lot like my Cardano trade that I took as well, where we go and we lose a key support level on the chart, but it's just so extremely oversold. We're not technically in a bear market right now. We're in a heavy correction, but we're not in a bear market because, listen, let's go to Bitcoin really quickly. We'll come back to XHV, but on Bitcoin, when we're in a bear market, give me my Binance chart. Actually, give me my Coinbase chart. On Bitcoin in a bear market, this is a weekly chart. We're looking at the 2018 bear market. Every single time we had one of these pumps after the all-time high top, every single one of these, right, we had this one here, this bounce of 62%. Everybody sold. All the whales sold here in the pump. Then we had another drop, and we had a bounce of 87%. Again, more sellers. Every single time we bounced in the bear market, in this massive descending triangle, we had sellers. Right now, it is the complete opposite on-chain metrics. We're going lower, but nobody's selling, and Bitcoin is just vanishing from exchanges. We do not have the same market conditions that we have seen in previous bear markets right now in crypto. So I'm sorry if you're waiting for $14,000. Personally speaking, I mean, listen, I hope we see 14K again. I'll buy a few of them. I'll buy a few of the coins. But I don't think we're going to get it personally, right? We do not have any bear market resemblance to our previous bear markets in crypto right now. Anyway, back to my point with Haven. This thing is bottomed out. And it went ahead and flipped that previous support to resistance, broke back above. And we have already retested. I would be looking for pullbacks. This looks really good. It's just obvious. Let's switch it to a line chart. Looking at the line chart, every single time the line was down here where the yellow lines are, look at what happens afterwards. Right? It doesn't take a genius to figure this one out. Every single time the line is down here, what happens? Well, the first time it pumped 858%. Second time it pumped 521%. Even if we just pumped 200%, right? That's a 3x right there. That's easy pickings. It's like shooting fish in a barrel right now. XHV looks very good. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, the anti-corporation. Clean this up. All right, let's see what else is going on in the stream. Sol and Network. I mean, Sol, very good layer 1 gaming blockchain, and Network as well. I don't like how Network has some centralization aspects to it, but it should be huge in terms of a metaverse project. I like both of them, and I own Network land as well. Right, so I own a piece of the metaverse over there. Jasper hoping for an altcoin season soon. Aren't we all, Jasper? It's the most fun time of the year in crypto when we have an altcoin season. Dan Franzel, I'm moving to another country in 5 months. Time to start a new life with a new job. What would be the best way to go about finding a crypto-related job? I have data engineering experience. So Dan, I'm all about creating my own opportunity in life. So how could you go about creating an opportunity to work at a crypto company? I mean, off the top of my head, I know there's agencies out there that will, help you get connected to projects and companies related in the cryptocurrency industry. So there are agencies out there that do have that service for you. You can definitely look into those. Or you can put in some legwork, send out some cold emails to companies, to projects that you're interested in working for. They all have departments for hiring, recruiting, etc. And they're all looking for talent. Because let's be real, talent is actually relatively hard to come by. We have a lot of instant gratification seekers out there in the world right now that don't want to work hard. So if you can put in the work, I'm sure you won't have a problem at all finding a job in a crypto-related industry. But I would say either go with an agency or just get your feet dirty, get your hands dirty, send out a lot of cold emails, join communities that you want to work for, companies, and get in touch with them and let them know your value. Always bring the value to the table, and I'm sure you'll be fine, Dan. But I wish you the best of luck with that move. Elvis saying, Woo has a big announcement coming up on the 21st. We might see a huge upside movement. Elvis, I know you love Woo. I'm a big fan of Woo myself. Let's take a look at the Woo chart. Woo Trade, Woo Network. So looking to the left, yeah, this looks, definitely, I'm bullish on this project. Talked about it here in the channel, made a full video about it. I like Woo, and had a nice breakout candle, bullish engulfing candle out of this basing down here. Right now we need to go ahead and start to, first we need to flip this level at 64 cents. Then we need to clear the high up here at 93 to make a higher high. But yeah, I mean, every time price has been down here, it has had a nice relief rally as well. I think we're going to see some relief in April. So yeah, I tend to agree with you, Elvis. This does look ready to start marching its way back up to $1. It's a very solid project here. First level is 63 bucks. This is a 3-day chart, by the way. So let's go to a 4-hour. Get a more localized picture. So this was printing a little bit of an symmetrical pennant. We call it a pennant because in order for it to classify as a triangle, it would need to be over 3 weeks. This is on a 4-hour chart. This is like 1 day here. So this is a symmetrical pennant. Did break to the downside here. We have weekend price action, weekend volume, right? So a lot of people got, anybody leverage trading this long probably just got stopped out here, right? We love to see market makers go ahead and do that kind of stuff. Regardless, let's pull a fib. And if we do see an actual pullback, we saw one right to the 38.2, nicked it. I would just go by your fibs and use the 50% and the 0.618 fib retracement levels as your guides and some pretty obvious support levels as well. So that's Woo trade. But yeah, once we do flip 64, the higher high to be made will be up here at 93 cents. A lot of ground to cover here. This is like 30% plus 45%. So yeah, watch for this breakout. I think once we do get here, could at least go ahead and test mid-range, which is going to be a 26% gain. So a nice trade opportunity there if you do want to play the breakout on Woo. Let's see. Luca giving some knowledge about how to find a crypto job in the chat. Appreciate that, Luca. We got San Retsu. Sup, sir? Always love catching your live stream. That's awesome. Smash up the like button if you haven't smashed it up already. Dan Franzel, we are not in bear market, but we are close to the bottom of the Mayer multiple cycle. According to those cycles, we should see a major run by the end of the year. I agree with that. Do you still like Theta? I like Theta as a project for sure. Chart, where is that in market cap right now? Theta, where are you? Number 49. Connor, someone just bought in one trade $39.4 million. What did somebody buy at $39.4 million, Frankie? What asset was purchased? Was it Bitcoin or something else? Let me know in the chat. Thank you. Theta, yeah, I like Theta. Decentralized video streaming. It's been super dead. Super dead. I do think it does have revival potential. Let's look at the daily chart on Theta. All right, so first thing I notice is the support level at 250 holding up strong, descending volume as well. All right, so this descending volume and a basing structure. And some relatively high volume as well. But anyway, yeah, this needs to recover some levels over here. This got crushed. Whenever you see something drop below the July, the May 2020 or 2021 lows, that's when you know it got absolutely crushed and nobody's paying attention to it, right? And Theta is one of those. Theta used to be in the top 10. Frankie's freaking out about Bitcoin right now. We'll look at Theta in a second. Somebody just bought $39 million. Listen, Frankie, that's actually not that much money in the grand scheme of things, especially when we're looking at an asset of, $700 billion, been upwards of $1.5 trillion. 39 mil, yeah, it's a significant amount of money, but in the financial markets, that's peanuts. So yeah, if we go to a 15-minute chart, this is what a $39 million buy-in looks like on Bitcoin. Little nice green candle here. So you can see it takes a lot of liquidity to move price. But thank you for bringing that to my attention, Frankie. What do I think will be decentralized YouTube? I like Odyssey. Odyssey is good. Yemi wants to start his own crypto business. Well, then get started, Yemi, because time is passing you by, and unless you don't start today, you're just wasting your time and potential. So if you want to start a crypto business, the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Did I watch the Bored Ape Yacht Club trailer? Actually didn't watch the trailer. Like I said, whenever something's mainstream, I'm like, turn my head the other way. All right. So let's go ahead and continue. We have been going for 50 minutes already. Time is passing us by quickly. I do want to talk about Luna. Some people asking about Luna. Let's look at the Luna price chart, see what's going on Luna. So as I did go over in yesterday's video, when I showed you my Luna TA, as I said, we just got a $5 super chat from Sanretsu. Are you still an RSR Ranger, sir? Your thoughts? Sanretsu, I still am an RSR Ranger. My RSR has not moved in a year and a half or something right now. Lost a lot of value. I mean, still like up slightly because I managed to get a lot beneath a penny. But yeah, I'm still holding RSR. Let's look at the chart. I mean, I think mainnet still... I haven't been paying attention to any of their updates recently. But I think their mainnet is still set to go live in April. As you can see, I have my little circle drawn here where I thought it was going to go, but we ended up bottoming out ahead of time. But yeah, RSR, another one where we lost the lows from the summer, right? A lot of people were not paying attention to this. What's the current market cap of RSR? Current market cap, $174 million, not billion dollars, $1 million. So yeah, what is RSR? RSR is a stablecoin protocol similar to how Terra works, right? But they have a vault, different process to keep the peg of their stablecoin to $1. And they've been building for years now, and hopefully we'll see the mainnet live next month in April was the last thing I heard. Let's look at, oh, whoops, just hit my microphone. Sorry if that causes some disturbance to your ears. What's going on with RSR? If I get a new Twitter account, such a small number of followers. Here's their main one. Reserve protocol. What is going on with RSR? Yeah, they're still building. This is one of those things where I just completely forgot about it. I was like, all right. See, it looks like they're working on their payment solutions. Their app has been tested in Venezuela and other South American countries for a while now. Somebody knows when the mainnet's going to go live. Let me know in the chat right now. But yeah, this thing is in the gutter. Nice basing formation. And let's go to a weekly chart. On the weekly, yeah, I mean, still a macro high or low as long as it does bottom out here. From a risk-reward standpoint, we're at the bottom. Double bottom here. Probably a good time to DCA, not financial advice. As long as they come out with their mainnet and actually deliver, which I think they will. Some very big backers, big VCs. And you can see as well my classic broadening channel we have here. And channels are meant to be broken out from. Remember that, right? A channel is there to be broken out from. To the top of our channel from current price, 16x. Could that happen? Absolutely. $1 RSR end of year. We'll see about that. But yeah, I think the top of the channel will get tested, right? This trend line is here for a reason. It's been tested 2 times already, 2 touch points to confirm trend line. Watch out for the next test of this upper trend line up here. I'm holding strong. Anyway, I don't even remember what I was looking at before, but whatever. Connor, please, what is your honest opinion on GMS? Another one that I still own, haven't sold, but I got pretty wrecked on this one. As you can see, down horribly bad, my opinion. I think they are developing their trading application. GameStar Exchange. This does rely on their target market to start picking up and using their product. But yeah, pretty much this token launched without a working product, and a lot of people didn't want to see it through, so they all capitulated. But yeah, this I don't know. We got to see some traction from this. Good that their Twitter account is still active. They're still building, so we'll see if they do see it through. I hope they do. Otherwise, it's just a huge loss for myself personally, because I did invest in this one quite early, GameStar, and yeah, down bad. But yeah, that's my honest opinion. We got to see some developments from them. Hopefully, they do pull through for us early investors. Retsu saying he loves what RSR is doing. Anything that's trying to mitigate inflation is a win in my books. I agree with that. I do agree with that. I was looking at Luna. Thank you, Luca, for bringing me back to what I was doing before. We got that awesome $5 super chat from our man Retsu. All right, looking at Luna again. So in my video yesterday, I said it was going to 95, and we had a nice little test of 95 right here. Right, we had some community members asking what the best entry was. Well, the best entry was down here at 83, 84. Went up to 95, exactly as predicted. No surprise there. Now we are pulling back. Where are we going to pull back to? Well, right now we're waiting pretty much on the weekly candle close. We do have a little supply zone in here. I mean, a little demand zone in here at 87, 88. So this is your level on a short-term basis to look for a reaction from. We've already reacted from the wick. Remember, you can draw your zones wick to wick. That is still correct. But if you're looking for a pure risk-reward, from a pure risk-reward standpoint, you're going to want to draw your zones proximal line at the candle body close, distal line at the lowest wick. Right? If you do want to draw them wick to wick, understand that you're going to be taking on a lot more risk with your trades, because you're going to have to put your stops beneath the low of the zone. Right, so if you take your entry at the proximal line, you're going to carry a lot more risk. Anyway, that's a lesson for another day. If you want to find out more about supply and demand, I do have some videos on the channel. But again, you'll learn everything in the Premium Elite trading course. So, paste this in the chat for you to go look at yourself. But if you want to learn how to trade, so you're not reliant on tips like we talked about earlier in the stream, I do have you covered with that. So Luna here in the short term, yeah, we hit the target at 95, and now we are in consolidation. This is a resistance level to break through. Once we do break through this level, we will go ahead and we will test the all-time highs once again. And like I said, I think we're going to have a pretty green April. It is, what is this date? March 20th, the spring equinox or something like that. I know a lot of people take that holiday very seriously for very good reason. It has a lot of historical significance. But after the spring equinox, Bitcoin does tend to perform well for the rest of the year, which means the rest of the crypto market should be performing well. So, yeah, I like that. I like that thesis that we're going to break this all-time high on Luna. But yeah, if we do pull back, we have the zone over here at 88 and the lows over here at 84. And we'll see what does happen here in the short term for Luna. Let's see, Dan Franzel. You know times are tough when your portfolio goes down 60% to 58% and you feel good about yourself for the first time in months. Dan, yeah, times are a little bit tough right now with the current state of the market, especially in altcoins. Shouldn't be checking my phone on the live stream, but hey, I'm doing it anyway. Multitasking. All right. Dalton Moore. I got into Luna at 47 and I want more, but I don't see it getting back there. Enter on pullbacks. Dalton, with Luna, like I've said, it's an accumulation game. So there's DCA and pullbacks. Yeah, not financial advice, but for sure. You always want to add a little bit more to your stack. All right, 0x ETH. Asking about Terra NFT. So let's go over Terra NFTs. We have been going for about an hour right now. I know you guys want me to stay forever, but I can't actually stay up here on the live stream forever. So let's go ahead and move on with our scheduled programming for the day. So NFTs on Terra, GP floor 29.5 Luna. Obviously, this is the biggest blue chip project. I let the entire crypto empire community know I was investing in Galactic Punks when the floor price was 24 Luna. So again, I'm not here to give you tips, but I'll let you know what I'm up to personally, share my own experience, my own moves. So I'm up a little bit on my GP purchase, and I'm not selling those anytime soon. I do think this does have the potential to see a Luna floor price of over 100 Luna per punk, right? Because Terra NFTs are still so early. Dan, yeah, I don't think Luna will go beneath 70 either. 70 is the load up zone. Dragon Eggs seen some pickup. If we look at the feed, see who's buying Dragon Eggs. I know my guy 0x wants me to talk about the new projects, but let's just go over what we already have right now. So people are still capitulating on these Dragon Eggs. 4.3 for a common, insane. 3.4 for a common, insane. Insanely low. 3.5. 6.5 for an electric rare. Just for reference, if we look at electric dragons, these are very scarce. Only 4.17%. Currently are nested. We only have 274 nested electric dragons. There's underneath, like, I mean, let's just do some math. Let's do some math quickly. So 8,888. That's the total number of Levana dragons. 8,888 times 4.17%. So there's 370 electric dragons. And we had a paper hand just sell one for 6.5. All right, so if you're looking for deals on dragons, not financial advice, but this is a good time to add up on your dragon stack. I personally own 7 dragons, 2 ancients, 3 rares, 2 commons, and I should be buying up commons at 3 Luna right now. I don't know what I'm doing by not doing that. One tip for you, Connor, don't lose your karma with the time and with growing your community. You are right now real good, young guys, and positive. Frankie, I appreciate that tip. I will stay true to the community as I do grow. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here. I appreciate you looking out for me, Frankie. Much love. Thank you for your support. And I'll always keep it real with you guys like I have from day one here at Crypto Empire. Justin, Cosmos, or Polkadot? Right now, Cosmos is the play, 1,000%. It's just Polkadot's, like, Polkadot's wallet still sucks. Like, when are they gonna actually, get the JS wallet dashboard, which looks like I'm on the 1990s internet. Meanwhile, we have Cosmos over here moving at the speed of light. So yeah, Cosmos for sure has the upper hand at the current moment of time. Seeing a lot more adoption. The protocols are launching. Obviously, Polkadot's mainnet did just launch like 2 months ago, but yeah, Cosmos right now. Now, one upcoming NFT project, Anarchist on Terra, and I do believe this is minting tomorrow. Is this minting tomorrow? Yes, it is tomorrow, Monday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm whitelisted for Anarchist through Iced Out. Shout out to the Ice Gang, Iced Out Luna Bulls, #1 sub community in Terra NFTs. But yeah, Anarchist on Terra, I did get my whitelist spot through Iced Out. And I will be minting this. So that is one upcoming project that I do have on my radar in terms of up-and-coming projects. But honestly, I did just mint Department 77. I think this one's going to be a hit personally. Very low-key. But what they did here with Department 77 is this is a play-to-earn game. These are your heroes or your bounty hunter characters. Long story short, you're going to send these out on missions, and they're going to collect loot for you. They're developing their own in-game token, the Kilo token, as you can see right here. And they already built it out. So I let everybody know about this mint ahead of time. It did mint out after a few days. I think this one is a sleeper right now in the Terra NFT community in terms of what is out there on the market. Department 77, I have a good feeling about this one. We'll see if it does play out. We'll see if I'm right. But there's so many new projects launching at the moment. Only one in the immediate short term is going to be Anarchist. Right, that will be launching on Luart. By the way, Luart, I definitely prefer Random Earth over Luart. But Luart's still decent. And Hungry Wolves as well. Hungry Wolves art looks decent, but I'm not sure if I'm going to mint those. But yeah, we do have Anarchist on Terra coming up tomorrow. And I want to check the floor price of Hellcats very quickly. What's the floor price of Hellcats? 19 Luna. So holding up strong. Hellcats, clear blue chip. I did sell one of mine. Took some profit. Listen, NFTs, the whole point for me with Terra NFTs, yeah, they're great. The art is amazing. Listen, the whole point for me with these NFTs is to increase the number of Luna that I hold. I cannot increase the number of Luna that I hold without taking profit from time to time. Say I sold one of my cats, I still hold one. I don't like how I only have one cat. Might have to buy another one, but we'll see if the floor price does drop more, giving us a better deal on the Hellcats. Anime asking about the new proposed rates on Anchor. When it comes to governance on Anchor, I'm not watching that like a hawk, so I haven't looked at the proposal yet. I'll have to do my homework and look at that anime, or Amin. However, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name right now, man. But yeah, I need to look at that. And we also have Arturo Torres in the building as well, saying happy Sunday, sir. Happy Sunday, Arturo. Hope you're well. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start wrapping up the live stream right now. We've been going for an hour and 5 minutes. I did cover the main thing that I did want to cover today, which was basically my market sentiment, what I think is going to be playing out over here. Before we do wrap it up, let's look at the chart one last time. And we do have our weekly close coming up in 54 minutes. So we'll see if what happens on this weekly close. Clear defined levels, right? We have our support level over here at 41,000 and our resistance level up here at 42,500, right? Will price go ahead, test the resistance and then get rejected? Will price have a bear trap to the downside and bounce upwards after this weekly candle close? Time will tell. All I know is that's short-term noise. Long-term, what I expect to happen is a break of this $56,000 or $46,000 level. And I see price marching its way back up here towards this key $52,000, $53,000 now resistance level. April is coming up quickly. April, a notorious green month for Bitcoin. So yes, times may be tough for you right now, but listen, what happens after tough times? Good times. So just stick with it. I'm sure you'll be all right. As long as you don't give up, of course. Remember, like Jesse Livermore said, let's look at this one more time. A man must believe in himself and his judgment if he expects to make a living at this game. You got to believe in yourself. You can't be relying on other people's tips. I'm going to wrap up the live stream with that. I hope that you guys did enjoy it. Thank you, everybody, for attending today. I will see you all throughout the week with our usual scheduled content. I am going on a little bit of a trip this Wednesday. Where I'm going, that is a mystery. I will be posting videos from that new location, showing you guys where I'm at. But look forward to a different backdrop for Crypto Empire coming up on Wednesday through the next week or so. Gonna be fun. I can't wait to show you guys where I'm going. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Connor from Crypto Empire signing out. Have an amazing rest of your weekend. If it's already Monday for you, make yourself a good one. Be productive. Do what you got to do to get